When you're driving down a busy road and see a pack of stray dogs or a pasture with starving horses, there are ways you can help by calling animal control or a local animal shelter. But in 3 East Texas counties, Shelby, San Augustine, and Sabine, those resources do not exist. And that has created an onslaught of abused, injured, and neglected animals. In tonight's special report, KETK's Kara Rucker shows us these pets in peril and exposes those turning a blind eye.
It's a viral infection. They don't come in healthy, and some of these may not make it.
So you would say that you would want him to have a little bit more weight on his bones?
Yeah, he needs another 150, 200 pounds on him.
Nothing like having a 20-pound chain on you.
Oh, you have so much mange. Oh my God, they're almost just scratching.
We buried a bunch of them right over there. It breaks my heart.
Usually these animals would have places to go. An animal shelter, an animal sanctuary, or at least protected and monitored by animal control.
There's no infrastructure for animals here. There's none.
I don't even know where the nearest shelter is.
They have nobody to call, so they just ignore it.
This has left the health and safety of faces like these in danger, and the community in disarray, overtaken by hundreds of strays and feral animals.
I'm kind of like a cat herder, okay?
They call me Catwoman because I have so many.
How many cats would you say are around here on a typical day?
I have 28 cats when they all come up.
A few ordinary, everyday East Texans are picking up the slack, taking it upon themselves to bring help and hope.
Our phone is going off not 20 hours, we were talking about 24 hours a day.
They're overwhelmed with difficult situations. A field of underweight horses with the owner unable to afford feed. We were able to speak with this man who admits his horses need more than what he can provide.
They're supposed to get 8 pounds of feed a day?
That would be a good ration for them, 8 pounds.
Okay, so how many pounds do they get a day?
They're not getting anything because it's the damn feed's so high.
There's even a pregnant horse that he says is underweight.
I mean, don't you feel like even the pregnant mama needs a little bit more?
Yeah, all of them need a little bit more weight.
Yeah.
All of them could use some more feed.
It's gonna be another mouth to feed.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I bred her for.
Another type of situation happening is hoarding.
Imagine your worst nightmare in a hoarding situation and times it by 1,000.
3 litters of new puppies in this trailer. And then there was about 20 puppies right there in that kennel, and there was 15 over there.
We've gotten hundreds of dogs out of there.
Over a span of 4 years, volunteers Amber and Christina have been able to get that number down to about 35.
He's sick, he needs help. I mean, he also doesn't have electricity. He lives out of his van, and his van is also covered in feces. I mean, it's horrible.
The owner even admitting how outnumbered he is when we went to visit.
Yeah, I stay with them, they don't stay with me.
With so many animals, the diseases and infestations on this property have been out of control. They've buried many dogs here because of it. Even when we got there, a dead dog was lying in his yard.
I got it buried right there.
In San Augustine, they're seeing the same thing. Lots of need with one source of help. Denning Animal Rescue is it for this county, stepping in to fill the void left by the lack of resources.
There's a great deal of fatigue that goes with this. We keep as many animals at one time as a shelter.
This is just one example of how bad a hoarding situation can be. 60 of these cats came from one home.
And the costs are beyond their means.
And to put things into perspective, they go through 80 of these containers of cat litter in just 1 month.
It's on just, us two and just a couple other people that are trying to make such a big difference for such a big community, and it's absolutely overwhelming. I mean, 90% of it comes out of pocket.
It's happening. From off the streets to inside homes. Hoarding, animal neglect, animal cruelty, strays, drop-offs, overpopulation. All problems in plain sight.
No animal needs to be living like this.
After spending the day driving around a few neighborhoods, We sat down to discuss what we saw.
So as you saw today, we were actually in a neighborhood, right? And there was a stray dog. And she was so excited just to see our faces. She followed us the entire block around this community that we were at. And to turn your car on and to leave is the most gut-wrenching feeling you could ever imagine.
After KETK News discovered what's being allowed in these counties, we contacted local law enforcement. Shelby County Sheriff Willis Blackwell acknowledged there is a problem.
We have a lot of calls about dogs running loose in people's property and all that. We don't have leash laws here, so that's not against the law.
We also reached out to State Senator Robert Nichols, whose district includes Shelby, Sabine, and San Augustine County.
Where you have counties and cities that have nothing, that's where your problem is, and that's what you're pointing out. There is a problem. And it's the responsibility of the local elected officials to do something about it.
And the Shelby County judge is on board to find a solution.
They need to bring something to Commissioner's Court and get the commissioners on board and see what we can do to work together to get something done.
From here, a proposal must be written and presented in each county for those with heavy hearts and a desperate plea for change.
It's a real issue that needs to be taken care of, and we need people's help to do this.
Maybe, just maybe, if enough of us decide that we want to change things, we can permanently.
Kara Rucker, KETK News.
After speaking with the SPCA and showing the footage captured here, they are now stepping in as well, even though this area is technically outside of their region. Amber and Christina have started a draft of their proposal to present to the County Commissioner's Court. When it is delivered, we will be there and continue to follow this story to see what progress is made.